Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm finally going to do this. Today we're going to take a look over is the Transformers Age of the Primes. I guess you can actually call it a Titan class because, the Combiner is Titan class. Like Combiner Wars Devastator, so yeah. But anyways, Titan class Aerialbot Superion. Now, before we continue on, I need you guys to do me a little bit of quick favor, so I'll be right back. Hey you! Stop what you're doing! Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and enjoy your day. Alright, so if you guys already seen my original video that I did for each and every single aerial bots that I did, it will be the link in the description down below for all the Transformers Age of the Prime figures. But don't worry, I'm gonna make a separate playlist so you guys can see it, and I'll probably leave it in the information symbol on top so you guys can check it out. So this is a complete combiner during the Age of the Primes, and now since we're in 2026 and we are getting the Combaticons combiner, and hopefully I can get all of them, so yeah. And before anyone is going to comment section ask me, have I completed my Stunticons? I have not. I'm still missing Legacy Motormaster, so yeah. One more thing, if anyone's selling a Legacy Motormaster, please let me know, because I actually do need one. So, the 5 figures that you need for Superion, of course, you need Silverbolt, Air Raid, Slingshot, Firefight, and lastly but not least, Skydive. All these figures right there. Yes, I did custom painting because I was doing it for my TikTok and YouTube. Same with Instagram, but except my Instagram has been permanently disabled, so long story short, no more Instagram, so I had to remove it from the link in the description down below, so yeah. So, to transform Superion into combined form is actually easy and simple. So the first thing first, you want to start off is by removing all the accessories by each and every single aerial bots. But not only that, you also might want to flip up the landing gear for all of them. You might want to do that. And make sure you put the guns, all the guns, out of the way. So yeah, you want to fold everything up. You want to move these out of the way. Then you want to remove Silverbolt weapon and the combined weapon for Superion, so you want to get those out of the way. So there you go. So let's actually starting off with the removing the main component right here from Silverbolt. But also, before we actually can do that, I need my screwdriver for this, because if you guys remember my review for Fireflight and Slingshot, I try to, do the gimmick of, splitting it, but since that doesn't, for some reason on my copy, it doesn't want to respond to it, so I'm going to show you guys the easier, fastest way to do so, so yeah. Oh boy. So let's start for the legs, all the way to the body and the arms. So first thing to do is come by and detach the wings up back there. Next thing to do is by removing the front part of the jet, move the wings up for now. And of course you want to fold up the landing gear on Silverbolt. So let's put Silverbolt, Slingshot and Firefight out of the way, because you want to have these two right here for the legs. So the first thing to do is by removing the back part of this right here, which is the combiner chest. If you guys already seen my original video, you're good, but if you haven't, well, there you go. I'm showing you right now. Straighten out the thighs right there. Pull this back. Fold this out like this. Put it to the side for now. Next thing to do is come by to remove the arms. After that done, put it to the side for now. because like I said, we're starting off by the legs. So first thing to do is detach this, fold this back right here. You want to flip this up and flip the combiner peg like that, and you want to make sure this locks in very well. And you want to flip the feet down like this, and you want to check which one is the left, which one is the right, and this time we have for the right side. Now you want to do the same thing on the left side right here, so fold this up, lock this in because it's actually very important. If you don't lock this in, this part will probably move a lot, so yep. Fold this piece in, flip the feet down. Now you got the legs done, but you're not even finished yet. First thing to do is grab Firefly or Skydive, whatever which one you want to start off. And it doesn't matter which one you want to do, but much better to do like the cartoon accurate for the the combiner team for it. So yeah. So air raid will go to the left side right here. So first thing to do is flip the tail wing back here like so. You want to flip up these right there. Now, grab this whole thing right there, and you want to detach it like this. It's on a double hinge right here, and these two grooves right there, well, these two little tabs will go into these slots right there to connect it in like so. And you want to bring the nose cone of the jet, and this is also on a double hinge, so you want to bring back that far to have it on an angle right there. Yes, everything I already did is a custom painting. If you guys are to see my TikTok and my YouTube shorts of it, so yeah. I haven't uploaded yet for Firefly and Skydive, so that will be coming soon. But anyways, well, for YouTube, I already did that for TikTok, so yeah. Now bring the head back like this. Bring the wings up right here because they're two tabs, of course. Now these two slots right here and these two pegs will go into these right here at the back. So you want to do is by connecting them. Make sure you have everything straightened out. Want to do so, you want to push this back a little bit so it can actually connect it in. Because what it does, it will cover up the shin back here. Like so. So you got the left leg of Superion done, and even though the camera didn't even show, thanks a lot, camera, you're dick. Now you want to do the same thing on the other side right here, but this time you only have one tail wing, so spin this around facing back like so. Fold this up like so. Bring this up right here. Make sure going like this. Bring the nose cone up. Bring it like this. Push the head down. Pull up the wings and make sure it's connected. And it's the same connection to the other side right there. Come on. There we go. The same connection like the other side. Make sure push this back a little bit so we'll hold it in. Now you have the right side of the leg for Superion. So you got the legs done. Next thing to come by is bring the waist piece right here. And you want to slide this in both sides like so. So you got that done. And now for the torso of it right there. Now for the torso. Of course, you want to fold up all the landing gear of him right here. Next thing to do is bring the nose cone down of the jet. Open the cockpit area right here. And you want to flip up the nose cone right here. Close it back up. Now, fold the wings like so. Split the tail like this. Now you want to detach this right here. And you want to have it at this angle for now. Flip up the wings back here. Disconnect these two right there. Make sure this is connected in. This will be floating around right here. Now bring the head facing forward like this. Like so. Now, of course, these two grooves right there will go into right there. Now, back here, you want to connect... Shit. Back here, you actually want to connect it here while you go in. Then for this part right here, so we'll connect it in. And the back and the whole front part of the jet will connect it here. Like that. You got that done. Now close up the chest. Like so. Then you want to bring this back like so. Make sure the head is nice and connected. So you got the torso done right here. Now for the arms. For the arms, flip out the hands, fold this down. You want to untap this and connect this like so. Do the same thing on the other side. And do the same on this side. Now for the easy part of it right here, which is my method. If you guys already seen my slingshot in my Firefly review. Push this right here. And this will split in half. Because if I actually connect it and try to split it open, it won't work for my copy for no reason. I don't have no clue why. But anyways, you want to flip the tail rope back here like this. Fold the wings up right here. Now these will connect to here. Connect it like so. And this will go to up here. And do the same thing on the other side. If I can try to split this thing in half. Shit, I didn't mean to connect it back in. There we go. Sandwich this right here. Which is hard to think to do because I don't know why I keep doing that in my copies. For this side, fold this back, flip this up. Connect this shit right there. Now, I gotta sit down for this because I am laying down recording this. Okay. Now, lastly but not least, all you need to do is by sliding into this right here, silver bolt feet, which is also connecting point right there, both side, and there you go. Here we have Aerialbot Superion and combined form. And I'm actually pretty excited to have this in my collection. Now, the painting and sculpted detail of this figure looks pretty cool. Comparing this with the Combined Awards version of that one, which I don't have it, but in the future I will get it. And the other combiners that we have in the past, like Transformers, Legacy United, Volcanicus, the core class combiner is smaller than that one. And comparing this one with a Deluxe Voyager Elite class and a Commander class figure, this actually looks pretty cool. Now, there is some bit of a complication with my copy. Because here's the thing. While I was disarming this figure apart, well, mostly the hands for Silverbolt, I did lost the original spring from that figure. And I disassembled the other one to figure it out to find that one. And I helped and I showed to my dad what happened. So listen to the sound of the ratchets. Yeah, notice the difference between that. I have a weaker spring. The original spring from that one, I lost it somewhere. So, long story short, yeah. The head sculpt on Silverbolt, like I said in the original review I did, looks pretty good. You do have a little bit of kibble on the side of the arms right there. And of course, you do have a little bit of kibble at the back of the jet right there, which is okay, I guess. It's just... there's not that much of it to say about it. Articulation-wise, of course, like I already said to my original Silverbolt review, but now this is just Superion. Head is on a board joint, so it does go full 360 degrees right here. It can look down that far, up that far. Arms can go in and out, because on a ratchet joint. It does go full 360 degrees right here. Also on a ratchet joint right there. A perfect 90-degree bend at the elbow right there. You do have a swivel of the forearms right here, full 360. Wrist can go side to side right here, and it does go full 360 right there. So that's actually pretty nice. The whole body only can go left and right because of the back of it right here. It does go full 360, but yeah, because at the back of it interferes and it's kind of bullshit. The both side of the flaps can go up and down like that. Legs can go forward, back that far. Oh boy, it does go in and out. You do have a thigh swivel, but because how big is the back shin is, so a full 360 degrees right there. Almost, you have a 90-degree bend at the knee right there, and a little bit of an ankle pair right there. So posability of this figure right there is somewhat okay, but you can barely get much if you can right there. So yeah. Now, most people wanted to know what can I do with my accessories for all the other 4 Aerialbots. Mostly these right there. Well, I know I have to do so. But first, plug it into the gun for Superion, which you want to fold this out. Flip this back a little bit because you want to fold out the little peg right there to connect to the gun right there. It doesn't matter which side you connected it, but you want to connect this right there, and there's a little square right there to connect it to this hole right there. If you guys already know about it, but if not, just connect it in. There you have what is gun right there. So yeah, now most people still probably gonna ask me in the comment section, what can I do with this? Well, let me show you how. Well, not let me show you. Let me pause the video and to show you where can you actually store it. So I'll be right back. So here's all the weapon storage I did so far. So of course, well, no, most people don't like it. For firefight and skydive, put their butts on the side of the wings, and for skydive and air raid, the wings at the back right there. Yes, I understand it's not that great, but this is the only weapon storage you get, so suck it up. Alright, so I'm gonna give this figure a final pose and give you guys my final results, so I'll be right back. Unfortunately, this is the only final pose I can give them, so yeah. But if you guys are lucky enough to get all the Aerialbots, well, I do highly recommend to have this in your collection. I think they're still available if you get it to a good cheap price on Skydive and Slingshot. Silverbolt, maybe, but for the last 2 Aerialbots, good luck with that. But if you guys find one loose and a good cheap price, there you go. there's your problem. Well, there's your answer to your problem. So yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this right here. So have fun, stay safe, and I'm out.